Family Wagwan Jamaican Carlos here. Now people, it seems as if Christopher Tufton take the Jamaican people for fool, like all of we are idiot and we are big head bud. Now, after the IC come out with a damning corruption report on Christopher Tufton, him is acting like the IC, the Integrity Commission, vindicate him and free him of every wrongdoing. Remember, a damning report, every part of the report, I say wrong, this man take it for idiot. Now listen to this man I try talk about social media. Make we hear and I'll talk after the end.
I don't think that at this point I could, certainly not on my own, advocate for a ban on social media. What I think is necessary though is for a recognition by the society that it can be addictive and that there are certain controls, particularly when it comes to young people, children in the homes, in terms of what they access. As you know, there are possibilities around restrictions based on the device that you use and the parameters that are adjusted, the settings. And there are many people who do that. Beyond that, it really is your own self-discipline and self-awareness. From the government's perspective, I think we have to start with the awareness that it's not just about entertainment or even information. It can lead to influences and indeed can create challenges. I mean, I've seen on social media where people trying just to make a post popular harm themselves in significant ways, even dying, people jumping out of planes and all sorts of things. So there is no doubt, I don't think it's debatable, that social media is a double-edged sword. And what we have to do is to get the society to recognize its potential ills, even while accepting the positives on it. I guess the future will determine whether the issue of how you restrict from a government policy perspective would have to be dealt with. I do believe that some sites should be restricted. The question is how you manage that. Well, as I said, I think that you have to balance between the right of persons to choose and to have information and access to their device and what they access on the device against what serves the greater good of the population and the society. And I think it starts with informing people about what the ills potentially are. And I think we have to do a better job at it, because I don't agree that many people think that social media is addictive. I am saying it now. And we all, to some extent, perhaps practice it and don't even realize it. And I think one of the first things we need to do is to challenge persons to think about whether or not they should turn off their phones at 9 o'clock and go to bed, because rest is more important than being on the, I don't want to call any names, the various platforms until the wee hours of the morning, and then don't get enough sleep, and then the next day you're stressed out and tired and can't drive the vehicle and so on, and get into other issues. I think those are issues that we have to confront and say frontally. Now, the other extreme of that around restriction is where you have children who can be exposed and can manipulate the device perhaps even better than we can as adults, because that's their kind of era, and are therefore able to access how to make guns, access lewd sceneries that could be devastating, access how to create AI, access how to bully, or indeed become the victims of bullying. And I think that from that perspective, parental guidance should be applied. And indeed, as a society, we may have to consider some of those in a more formalized way. So I know it's not the answer you're looking for, but in other words, it's a mix, it's a balance.
Let me ask you a question, people. What qualification Christopher Tufton have to talk on social media addiction? Tell me, anybody tell me so. Is Chris Tufton a medical doctor? What is this brother background other than marketing? Me want to know. what Christopher Tufton business with parents, what them have to do in a them house. And let me ask another question. What social media have to do with market me and you giving your girlfriend $80 million worth of contract? Right? Now, it is said that you are indirectly involved. This is the first time I question the Integrity Commission report, any report that the Integrity Commission put out. Because if I am the Minister of Health and I bring my girlfriend in there and introduce her to everybody and say, hey, she's in charge of marketing, right? What is anybody gonna do? And all of this pop out now and expose that she get $80 million of my tax dollars, your tax dollars, your chicken back, your flour, your oil, your taxes, your money. I go in the Minister of Health girlfriend hand, and I am not sure that the money not come back to him. I am not sure that the contracts weren't bloated. I am not sure, people. I am not sure that the contracts weren't bloated or pregnant or, so that people can get back money in the end. I am not sure that no go on there. And if it is your girlfriend, you have to benefit in some way. We're no idiot. And yet the IC said you are not directly involved. All right, let me respect that. But look on the corruption. Look on the corruption. All that lead up the IC report show cronyism, nepotism, thus clear corruption as far as I look. And my understanding, and this man I come out in a public and I come make we know like he's vindicated by the report, the damning Integrity Commission report. The report shows that Christopher Tufton now have no integrity. And based on what me I say, the man now have no shame. I come out and come show up him face like say, him man no nobody. The man corrupt. He's the worst minister in Jamaica. And I think the Prime Minister should do something about it. We can't just build corruption pan corruption, Wheatley come back, Hagging Tie dead. Yeah, the roast cow woman dead. And you want to tell me that you just want to continue with the corruption? You want to tell me say the corruption go and challenge in a government? Corruption can go on with impunity in Jamaica. Politicians carry out corruption with impunity. The leader of the government say nothing about it. And me I wonder, how come the PNP not come out pan this one? Have a press conference, say not the youth arm of the PNP come make nice knock out pan. Something like the Liberate them would do that. The Liberate them not do that. They knock pan out there. All the youth arm that come out, everybody that come out and knock pan, social media, in the media. Or the PNP don't come out pan this. Or the PNP, why go on with uno PNP uno so weak? Why am I see what me so? Uno see work for do ya so? Uno see no what me? I mean apart from Dr. Daz. No man, the whole army should have come out and a swing. With the media arm, with the GenSec or whatever in there. Me don't know people. But Tufton should resign. Tufton should resign. We have no more confidence in him. All let me see him out there attack. Me want to vomit people. Me want to throw up. Me can't stand the man. Knowing that this man, look at the hospital. Look at the health care. How many people dying? And instead of it, do your job. Roach in a hospital. Hospital a flood out. No equipment. When people go to hospital, them can start dig them grave for them yard. Look here. And you in a hospital and find time for you to do this? But the IC said you are not directly involved. But yet your girlfriend get $80 million a taxpayer's money. And you come around here try to flip the IC report. By making it look like the IC vindicate you. Coming out here talking about social media and its addictions. Where is your qualification to talk on such matter? Who are you? Are you a medical doctor? Yo, about time now Andrew Holness give us something better. At least give you a medical doctor as a health minister. Get rid of Tufton. At least throw a medical doctor Jamaican way. Put a medical, we must can find a medical doctor as a health minister, man. The Prime Minister must can do that, man. The system man corrupt. We have too much corruption, Mr. Prime Minister. What go on there? Bird of a feather go on. So is it bird of a feather? Is it because the Prime Minister can't talk to him? Because, you know, me don't know what go on there, so. So I have to give. Too much corruption go on, man. One party can corrupt, sir. Corruption with impunity. Nothing no happen when politicians get caught up in a corruption. And bare-faced tough and things that we are idiot. We dumb. All of we stupid. We born last night. And we born back a cow. Thinking that we are idiot like the Integrity Commission report. Eh? Clear him. When everything in the report show how corrupt the man be. With its ism and schism, Tufton should resign. Christopher Tufton, the Health Minister of Jamaica, should resign. It is a damn shame. And I'm embarrassed and I'm angry that taxpayers' money should be handled like this. Eh? What is a patty shop? You can't even call it a patty shop because it is disrespect to call it a patty shop. What is this? Tell me what you think in the comment section. My name is Jamaican Carlos. I'm out.